What is going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in for another live. It's Beer Monster o'clock. Hope you're all doing well, and I'm starting to feel slightly better. I'm still not 100% yet, so I'm just going to see how it goes. I did say I'm going to try and start doing Friday nights live, and probably just Friday nights from there on, and just stick with the reviews and that during the week, and do a nice Friday night live. It's probably a day for people to have a beer and that. And perhaps if you've not got the pennies to go up the pub, you can stay indoors with me and have a few cheap beers and a chat. It's a bit like being in a pub, isn't it? But a lot cheaper, because nobody can afford to go to a bloody pub now, can they? It's so bloody expensive. Let's get a beer cracked open. That's a little bit dirty looking, that glass. Give it a little shine, a little polish. I am going to start with a Steinhauser. It's a German stubby lager from Aldi's, 4.8% ABV, and it is brewed by the German purity law, which is what you want to see, because it means they can only use 3 ingredients and they can't add no rubbish to the beer. So anytime you see a lager or brewed by the German purity law, there's not going to be no glue syrup in there or none of that rubbish. They do not allow that in Germany. So yeah, you're not going to get no horrible hangovers or nothing like that. Generally, everyone's different. Linda Sheehan, that's me, Mum. Hello, darling. Yeah, all right, Mum. What are you up to tonight? Just chilling out. I just thought I'd pop on and see how I go because I'm still not feeling 100%. The antibiotics are helping. I still keep getting these coughing spasms, but I still got to go to the hospital for a scan. Because I didn't get around to doing it today because we had to take Layla to the doctors as well because she's also not been well. Alfie's not been well. So it's been I think I've spread it around to everyone. So Layla's time to go to the doctors today, but she's fine. They said she's got a virus. So there's nothing they can really do about that because I don't think antibiotics help it, do they? Jamie Watson says, "Hey up, mate. Hey up, Jamie Watson, mate. Thanks for joining, and I hope you're doing good, mate. Are you having a beer tonight? Well, where you from and what you drinking, mate? If you're having a beer, I'm just on the Steinhauser, just getting a couple cracked open because they're only stumpy bottles, but fantastic value, these little stumpy bottles from Aldi's. They're actually like my go-to lager, pretty much. They're not as cheap as some of the other lagers they sell in Aldi. So it's £5 for 6 stumpies, but they're fantastic lagers. They really are for the price. I've got a little floater in my glass. Don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure it didn't come out of the beer. So it's going. Couple of pink gin and tonic for me. Work in the morning. Yeah, fair enough. Got to be sensible then, ain't you? Gin and tonic, pink gin. Is that what flavour is that? Is that raspberry gin? And do you have it with any fruit or anything? So I know some people put strawberries in that, don't they? I think we have Ralph likes that pink gin from time to time. Although she is going to be drinking a coffee stout tonight, the one from Aldi's that I reviewed about a week ago. Because she didn't get to try it because I think she was in Kip when I done the review because I was doing quite late, and I just thought she would like it because it's very rich and very chocolatey, and lots of coffee, vanilla, and all that. So I picked her one up when I bought me Steinhauser a minute ago. The kids are all doing their judo. And when they're doing their judo, we normally go home bargains. And I see if there's any new beers to review. And Aldi's to get me sort of regular cheap beers. Exactly what I've got. Loads of fruit. Yeah, I do. I must admit, I quite like a gin, but it's got to be done properly with all the fruit and in the right glassware and all that. It's quite nice. But if you tried the alcohol-free gin, because for me, I can't see how they can knock it out at the same sort of price as the alcoholic version if it's literally got no alcohol in it. Seems a bit wrong to me. To spend 15 quid for a bottle of gin that's got no alcohol in it. Jamie Watton got 18 bottles of Beck's and 18 cans of Stella and 15 cans of Heineken. You went for a hairy night there, mate, didn't you? Your Beck's, mate, if you tried it recently, because you might be in for a disappointment. Because it's been around 6 months now, I think. But if it's the first time you've had it in a while, they've reduced the ABV to 4% ABV. It used to be 4.9%, so they knocked nearly a whole percent off of Beck's. Of course, they've also butchered Stella as well, haven't they? And Heineken is probably brewed in the UK. But if you like them, you like them. I'm just letting you know. But if you buy the small cans of Heineken, the little dumpy cans, the 330ml, they're still brewed in Holland and they taste a lot better. So if you're a fan of Heineken, mate, trust me, try the little 6-packs of 330ml cans, put it up against your normal can of Heineken. They're completely different beers. I did a video on it. It's actually shocking that they can get away with it, to be honest with you. Because I bought them right next to each other in the shop. Both Heineken, the cans look the same, but one's brewed in the UK, one's brewed in Netherlands. Completely different contents in them cans. Absolutely mental. If you've not had a bottle of Beck's for a long time, but 12 quid for 18 bottles, yeah. There's a reason why, mate. I mean, I'm going to be honest. There's a reason why they're knocking out 12 quid for 18 bottles, because nobody's buying it since they reduced the ABV, because it doesn't taste like a lot. You can't really say it's horrible, because it's not really horrible. It's just that Beck's used to have a nice bite on the end, and that's why people used to drink it. It used to have a nice sort of crisp bit of bite on the end. And it doesn't have none of that anymore. It's just like a standard kind of, it's like drinking Foster's or something like that. To be honest with you, it's still drinkable, but I mean, they've reduced the price at least, because you wouldn't have got that many cans of Beck's for that price when it was stronger. Linda, no way I'm buying gin with no alcohol, waste of money. Might as well just have tonic, or a cup of tea. Yes, but I think some of these alcohol-free beers, they actually cost more to brew than the alcohol versions, which is why sometimes they can be the same price, if not more expensive. I know that I read something about the Guinness alcohol-free, which is actually supposed to be really nice, by the way. I've not tried it myself. A lot of people say that's the best alcohol-free beer. But it actually costs Guinness more money to make than it does the normal stuff, because they have to brew it the same as they normally do, but then they have to go through more extra processes to get the alcohol out. So it's more work for them pretty much, which means why the price is still higher. But yeah, when you're talking the same price, that's when you just look for other alternatives to soft drinks, isn't it? Have a bloody shandy. Don't want to get, well, still got alcohol in it, but you know what I mean? Just have a very weak shandy. It will cost you bugger all as well, wouldn't it? You think buy a cheap bottle of lemonade and a couple of cans of Foster's or whatever. Michael Slocum, mate, thank you for joining. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're keeping well. They both taste the same to me. Are you talking about the Guinness alcohol free and the normal version? Or what is that you're talking about, Michael? Let us know, mate. Jamie Watton, if it's wet, it's going down lovely for me. Yeah, I mean, I always say start off with a couple of nice beers. If you've got them. If not, then fine. But if you've got a couple of nice beers in the house, more expensive ones, start with a couple of nice ones and then just move on to something cheap. I always move on to the Rheinbacher in Aldi, because that's $3.50 for 500ml cans. Cheap as chips, and it's actually decent. I would quite happily drink that from the start if I'm really skinned. But if I can afford to, I'll get a couple of nice ones in first and enjoy them while you're stone cold sober, And then after that, if you just want to sort of stay on the level, you can drink cheaper stuff. You stop really caring after a while, didn't you? Can't get coffee Guinness now. I'm gutted. Yeah, I've not seen that about for a while. I don't know if it's a seasonal release, but have you tried Aldi's coffee stout? It might be too much for you in the way of like richness or whatnot, but a lot of people really rate it. I quite rated it, but I could only have one because it's very rich and it's very like indulgent. It's almost like a pudding. It's almost, you replace it for dessert and then you're probably all right. But I can only drink one and I can enjoy one. But it'd be interesting to see what my other half makes of that, because I say I bought her one to try in a bit, and I reckon she's either going to love it or hate it. But I've got a feeling she's more likely to like it. Michael Slocum, Heineken I'm talking about. Oh, you can't taste the difference. Did you try the small cans? Because the small cans and the big cans of Heineken are different, and also the big bottles of Heineken are different to the small cans. But then there's also a catch with it as well. On the sort of big cans, it says it's brewed in the UK or this I said it's sometimes brewed in the UK and sometimes brewed in the Netherlands. It tends to be more often brewed in the UK if it says it's sometimes brewed in the UK. But you could have just got a batch where it happened to be brewed in the Netherlands and you got lucky. But there's no way of knowing. Mr. Ronald, yo geezer. You all right, Ronald? How you doing, mate? What you drinking tonight, bud? Happy Friday. You have a hard day at work again, mate. Yeah, I almost changed my mind about doing tonight because I started feeling a little bit unwell just before I started streaming. I thought a couple of pints, I might be all right, you know. So I'll sort of see how it goes. I do like that. That is such a lovely beer for the money. That stacks up against anything for me. That Steinhauser. If you've not tried it, it's an absolute no-brainer. It's really going to see the quality. That is not what a typical stumpy beer looks like in the glass. That is fantastic quality. Tiny little bubbles in the carbonation. Look at that. That's an Audi beer, but brewed by the German Purity Law. Beardy Beer Reviews. How you doing, mate? Will you invite me to your stream, fella? Beardy Beer Reviews. Unfortunately, I can't because I'm using the YouTube built-in YouTube program to stream, and to invite guests and whatnot, you need to be using StreamYard, which I don't have at the minute, but I probably will get it at some stage so that I can get some guests on and that, because it would be nice to have some guests on, because sometimes if there's not many people on and you've not got no questions coming through, you don't know what to talk about. You just sit here feeling like a tit drinking your beer. So it would be good to get some guests on, but I've been on a few other people's streams, and because they've all got the StreamYard and stuff like that. I've been on with Simo Sups. I'm going to be doing more with Rate My Beer, but he's been quite busy lately. May have popped round and his house for a beer because he only lives around the corner, and he's invited me round to sample some of his perfect drafts. And yeah, that could be a messy. Michael Slocum. Yeah, I've had the 330ml and the UK Brew 440ml version. Both taste pretty much the same. Oh, fair enough, mate. But yeah, well, the ones I had, I did notice the difference. I can't remember if I put it up against the bottle though. I think the green bottle, and obviously that could be affected by the light and stuff as well, can't it? So that could have played a part. Mr. Ronald, I've had a hard week, Adam. Toxic workplaces driving to the drink. I'm on the Chromebacker 660s, pal. Fair play, mate. Seems to be one of your go-tos, that, doesn't it? The old Chromebacker 660s. They're a nice beer, though, aren't they, mate? They're a nice beer. I mean, the German beer is just fantastic, you know. That's exactly why I'm drinking this Audi beer that's by the German Purity Law, because it's the same sort of quality, you know. Beard reviews. Oh, mate, you should jump on StreamYard. I've never used it before. Up until the other day, that's the first time I've done a live, so I'm still kind of feeling my way into it, sort of thing. I've kind of got used to how this one works now, but as soon as I start using StreamYard, I'm going to have to figure it all out again, ain't I? So that's, I don't know, but I will do it. I will do it at some point. It's just not got around to it yet, really. It was hard enough work getting it to work on here. I had all sorts of problems. I was trying to do it from my phone at first, and then I just bought a webcam, cheap webcam, and a mic, and I just plugged it into my gaming PC, and I'm doing it like that. That didn't cost me a lot though. My little mic here was the best bargain though. This mic here cost me 15 quid in Currys. Sam probably went dodgy there because I've got it on like one directional mode. But yeah, 15 quid in Currys, and it sounds a lot better than the one built into the webcam. I think the webcam cost me 30 quid, but it was supposed to be 80 quid. So Beer Monster is definitely a bargain hunter as well. Where did I buy it? It was Amazon. It's a Razor camera. It's 80 quid, like Curry's, and it was 30 quid on Amazon. And it does the job. It's not the best camera in the world, but it's good enough for drinking beer, I suppose, isn't it? For now, anyway. If ever I make loads of money, then I will buy better equipment. You don't make bugger all in a minute. Doesn't even pay for the beer reviews, the little pennies you get out of the adverts and whatnot. Not even close. You've got a few beers going at the moment. What are you drinking? Beardy beers? You on the old craft beer, or you just on something like me, cheap and nice? Mr. Ronald, absolutely, mate. Kronbacher, fantastic German lager. Yeah, it is up there, mate. I highlighted the fact that it's 660 milliliter, as Morrison's have dropped to 500 mils. So respect to Tesco. Yeah, big up Tesco for that one. Because funny enough, I was in Morrison's yesterday, and today I did a beer battle between Victoria Malaga and Menabrea. And I was looking at other beers to perhaps potentially put in that beer battle if they matched up well. And I looked at the Kronbacher and I did notice that it was 500 mil. And I thought, nah. Plus, I think I wanted to keep them the same ABV. What ABV is Kronbacher? Is that 5? Oh, that is so good for a cheap beer. Can't give that enough praise, honestly. I mean, Kronbacher, I think if you're drinking it in the 660 ml bottles, it's quite a reasonable price because you're drinking a quality beer, aren't you? But when you go down to the 500 ml bottles, it works out a bit expensive then, doesn't it? Especially when you've been used to paying the same price for quite a lot more beer. For me, it's the principle of it as well. I just don't like feeling like I'm being mugged off. Like, I hate that. I really hate feeling like just silly little things really wind me up. Like my Tesco Express round the corner, they used to do 3 bottles of beer, 660 ml beers for £5 a year ago. And then they knocked it up to 5.50. And then they knocked it up to £6 all within the space of a year. And then they do 3 for £6 now, and they've taken away some of my favourites out of the deal, like Star of Priman. That's been removed from the deal in the Tesco Express, that is. And they've also started making the bottles smaller as well now. It's like, come on, mate, just take the piss. 4.8 Kronbacher. All right, yeah. So yeah, that could have gone in well actually with that beer battle if I'd thought about it. I think it was just the whole bottle. If it was a 660 ml bottle, I would have put it in up against the Spanish and the Italian one. It would be nice to get a bit of a German one in there as well, wouldn't it? Maybe I could put it up against the winner, which was, no spoilers, you'll have to watch if you want to know who won out of Menabrea and Victoria Malaga, because some people might not have watched it yet. Some people might not give a shit. There you go, we're all different, aren't we? It's going down too good. I will watch that review tomorrow, mate. Yeah, that's what I thought. I won't say who won. But let's just say, one thing I liked about the review is they're both actually brewed in the countries they come from, which was really nice. The Menabrea was brewed in Italy, and the Victoria Malaga was brewed in Spain, which was, really impressive and nice to see. Say impressive, it's not impressive, is it? It should be normal, but it's impressive by like literally 9 out of 10 beers you pick up lagers. They're bloody brewed in the UK when they're supposed to be brewed God knows where, China or whatever, still brewed in the UK. Jennifer Cross, konnichiwa. Adam testing a Menabrea. You're right, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Have a good weekend. You're testing. Did you say I'm testing a Menabrea or you're testing a Menabrea, Jennifer Cross? If you're testing it, if you mean you're testing it, I think you may be surprised. I think it's a decent lager, that. Simo, sup? See, Simo, how you doing, mate? Well, Adam, how you feeling, bud? I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting better now rather than getting worse. So I went back to the doctors. They gave me some stronger antibiotics, like a completely different one, which is more targeted at the chest, and there's also a higher dose. But I've still got to go for a scan in hospital on my chest because I'm actually passing out when I have a coughing fit sometimes. So they want to just double check, more of a precaution, just to make sure there ain't something else there. But I think it's more about the pneumonia. They just want to check for pneumonia. Well, I've had it before, and I was really ill with that. I was in hospital for about a week, and so I think they just want to check it's not that. Just look after yourself, mate. Yeah, that's it, mate. That's what you can do, isn't it? Jennifer Cross, I'm testing after your video. Oh, hope you're feeling a bit better. Yeah, I am feeling a bit better. You know, I can still hear it in my voice. I'm not 100%. I'd say I'm about 70%. But even like 2 days ago, I felt like maybe 30 or 40%. So that's a big jump. I think the antibiotics they gave me yesterday really gave me a big boost because they told me to take double dose on the first lot as well, just to try and, give this virus or whatever it is, kick up the arse, chest infection or something. Are you drinking it now then, Jennifer? It's nice that it's actually brewed in Italy as well. And I've quite recently had what's it called? Peroni and Birra Moretti. Well, the Peroni was UK brewed, and it was not Peroni, Moretti. Terrible. I mean, that brew is so much better. And Peroni, I don't rate that much either. It's just not. It used to be quite nice a few years ago, but that's definitely been messed about with. I'm sure it used to be stronger, and I'm sure it used to taste a lot better. But I think Menabrea is much better than the pair of them two Italian lagers, for sure. If you've not tried it, but the Victoria Malaga is also good as well. You drinking it straight out of the bottle, or you putting it in the glass? It's weird. Before I started doing YouTube, I just used to drink out of a can or a bottle. And then obviously for review purposes, you put it in a glass so people can see what it looks like, check out the carbonation, the colour of the beer, how much head there is and all that. It makes sense, obviously, to do it in the glass, doesn't it? And now even when I'm not making a YouTube video or whatever, I feel like I have to drink out of a glass. It's really weird. I'm not being snobby on nothing. I'll still drink out of a tin, but if there's a glass available, I don't know. I just prefer drinking out of a glass now. I just got used to it, I suppose. It's very strange. You having a drink tonight, Simo? It's Friday, of course you're having a drink. Beer review, aren't you? I know that Real World Craft Beer's on tonight as well, isn't he? So I wasn't expecting many people to join if the big boys streaming. But some people like a change, isn't they? But I respect he's got crazy views tonight because he hasn't done it for about a month, has he? I noticed I used to watch him sometimes on a Friday. Although I prefer just watching the last hour when he was a bit pissed because he'd always just start saying things that he regretted. Get a bit of a top up going on here. Jennifer Cross, yep. I've got the Morrison's deal. But out of a half a glass, you got the Morrison's deal that I got, the 4 for 3 deal. You've had half a glass, like maybe not my favourite, but it's still good. You think 8 out of 10? Yeah, I think a lot of people give it around 8, 9 out of 10. The Menabrea, actually, I think especially it tasted nice for me when I reviewed it because the last few nights I've been drinking like UK brewed Kronenberg and San Miguel and stuff like that, and then going to that, it just tasted like a completely different league. It really did. Mr. Ronald, who needs real ale craft beer? We have Beer Monster o'clock. Maybe I need to think of a name for the Friday nights. What can a Friday nights be with Beer Monster? I don't know. I never tend to think about things like this. I just switch the camera on and go. Like it's not overgassed. Yeah, nice small bubbles in the carbonation in that beer as well. And it's very light. I didn't realise at the time, but it says on the front of the bottle, Birra Blonde or something, which in Italian means that it's a blonde lager, pretty much, which is why it's really like pale in colour. It tastes all right to me. I think Layla was going to come and say hello, but she's disappeared. On the piss live with Beer Monster, yeah. Simple but effective. I like it. That's a bit like, I think I said that about that beer actually, Jennifer. That like both of them beers are like simple but effective. They're not the most flavoursome, but they're just good summer slammers. Mr. Ronald, the thing is, he has 70k subs, but he has on average 200 viewers on a live stream, which is not a lot really. I never really thought of it like that actually, because I suppose, yeah. Because I think obviously you get a lot of people that watch you for the beer reviews and that, but then you get people that don't even know about lives and things like that as well. So you're never going to get the same amount, or nowhere near it, because they've, you know, on a Friday a lot of people are going to be out at the pub or, you know, going to have an actual real drink, not a virtual drink. But you can watch it back on replay as well. So sometimes, like when I first switched on the camera, nobody's in for the first like minute or whatever. I just pretend that someone is in, because if people are watching it on replay, I realised when I did my first live stream, I was just sort of sat there waiting for someone to join. For somebody who's watching it on replay, that's not very fun, is it? You just sat there like, somebody join, you know, for the first minute. So I just do it as if I'm doing a review and just, hey, thanks for joining the live. It's Beer Monster o'clock and all that at the start, even though I am literally talking to myself, if that makes sense. Percentage wise, it's very low. Yeah, it is. I mean, I think a lot of people sort of pop in and out as well, don't they? I mean, I think it's very rare that somebody's going to sit down and watch somebody go live for 3 hours. So people sort of pop in and out, and probably some people watch it on the replay and things like that. I prefer watching the last hour, like I say, when he's had a few, because that's when the truth comes out. But his videos get quite a lot of views, don't they? But it all depends on the beer that he's reviewing, because I think at the end of the day, if it's a beer people are not interested in, you're not going to get a lot of views, are you? No matter how good the review is. Here we go. If you do a lager or something, it tends to be more popular than it. Doing the real ales and stuff, you do have some people watch that, but it's not a very popular drink, is it? For some reason, I don't know why. I feel like the lighting's a bit better in here today, and I don't know why. I've only got my little thing that's running. I still ain't replaced the batteries in this poor depressed light that literally don't do nothing. Well, I've even got it on. Even that close to my face, it barely does anything there. In fact, I'm going to turn it off and see if it makes any difference at all. No, it's just literally on for no reason. I'm just going to turn it off. That's how dead the batteries are. I think, as well with lives, I think it's quite nice to, if I had like 200 people watching my live, I don't think I'd know what to do. I think I'd get a bit overwhelmed with all the questions and all that. Sometimes I think with the smaller channels, you're more likely to get the interaction with them. And if you comment on one of their videos, you're more likely to actually get a response and stuff like that. Which is not to say I'm not having a pop at the bigger channels here, but if you've got thousands of comments coming in every day, you can't keep up with that, can you? And the only way you're really going to get heard if you're on like a big YouTuber stream is if you pay money to get super chats that pops up on the screen. Yeah. What is it? Carla, can you come and say hello?
Yeah. Hello. A lot of people.
What?
A lot of people on there.
Oh, comments. I think there's only 4 people on there, but there was about 10 earlier. There's just old comments.
Where's the Dorito sauce?
Where's the what?
Dorito sauce.
It's in the cupboard where the noodles now are. Have you got Doritos?
Yeah.
Oh. Enjoy it. She's got the munchies. They whisper in my ears, where's the sauce for the Doritos? I've got another one coming there. Invasion.
I just came to say hi.
All right. Tyler says hi as well. Jennifer Cross, oh my God, Adam does his best Phil the Groundhog impression, by the way. He couldn't see the shadow ever. Phil the Groundhog? Who's Phil the Groundhog? Found it.
Okay, please.
You go.
Okay.
What's that, sour cream?
Yeah.
We got some Doritos from Aldi's the other day, well, like the Aldi version. And they're supposed to be lightly salted. They're normally all right. I've had them loads of times before and they're all right, just for dipping in the old dips and that. And I swear they was trying to kill us off. There was so much salt. You could literally see in the bottom of the bag, like crap loads of salt everywhere. That's like dangerous, that is. I'm sorry, I'll soon hear whether they're the same today or not. Oh, I'm just going to grab another beer. Go for a Ryan backer this time. I think I drink these quite often. There's no point in really showing you. We probably know about it already. This one's a little bit weaker, 4.5%. Again, German purity law. I don't know if you can see that. This camera's a bit of shit. There you go. Oh. Focus. How'd you get it to focus? Oh. It's supposed to be autofocus, so that ain't focusing automatically, is it? Oh, the film. I have seen it, yeah. But I can't really remember it, if I'm honest. Oh, right. Yes, I vaguely remember it. Best Jamie. These two bangers. This one's slightly better, but slightly dearer. But they're both really good. And the green bottle thing, you may be thinking it's a green bottle. You're always slagging green bottles off. It comes with cardboard around it, which protects the beer from the lights in the shop and outside and all that. So, yeah, the green bottle is not an issue. Well, today it's Groundhog Day. Couldn't see shadow. What, Jamie, what beers do you like drinking in Aldi then? Have you tried these two, or you got other personal favourites in there? I just think the craft beer is shit in Aldi, apart from the Williams Brothers stuff, which is alright. I'll try them 6 bottles for $4.99. They're nice, just gone down fast. They do go down fast, yeah. Oh, yeah, I have to get 2 packs of them. I have to get 12 little bottles. The only thing I don't like about them, these, is there's only 330ml bottles. You feel like you're constantly opening beer all the time. Do you know what I mean? Hang about that. Did that used to be 4.8%? Steinhauser. 4.7%. You can see. Oh, I'll give up with this camera. I missed my phone. 4.7%. I thought it used to be 4.8%. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm not sure. Have Aldi just mugged us off by 0.1% and thought they could get away with it? I don't know why they would do that.